Hello everyone. This is a chapter from Science Part 1 textbook, Chemical Reactions and Equations. In our previous class, we learnt about periodic table and metallic properties and atomic radius properties and different properties we have learnt. So this is a little continuation of that chapter, chemical reactions and equations. Here in this chapter, we will learn how to write the chemical reactions. What happens? There are some few reactions where some things are added and what reactions it gives. We are going to study about that. Of course, we don't have laboratory here to do all those experiments, but we can also uh, observe some things and try to understand what will happen if some two molecules or two compounds are added, what reaction it can give, and how to balance the equations. These are the things we are going to learn from this chapter. Chemical reactions, rules of writing chemical reactions, then how to balance the chemical reactions and the type of chemical reaction. There are different types of chemical reactions you will be studying but for grade 10, you will be studying only few type of reactions. There are more type of chemical reactions which you will study in grade 11 and 12. Okay, so this is like a very important chapter for you if you are going for a science stream in grade 11. Let's begin with the class. Okay, now to begin with the class, there are some questions we already know the answers for these questions, but still we need to recall some things which we have learned in our previous class or our previous earlier year. Okay, so what are the types of molecules of elements and compounds? Here they are asking you what is the difference between molecule of elements and molecules of compounds? इन दोनों के बीच में क्या difference होता है? The molecules of an element are made of one or more atoms. Molecule of element में क्या होता है? एक से ज़्यादा atoms होते हैं. Okay, that are exactly alike. They are alike. Whereas the molecules of compounds जब हम बोलेंगे, they are made up of atoms of different types. When we are saying molecules of compound, they are made up of different different atoms of different types. But when we are saying molecules of element, they are of same type, one or more atoms of same type. That's why it is written exactly alike. That's the difference. What is meant by valency of elements? We discussed in our previous chapter, periodic table, what is the meaning of valency, right? So here, the capacity of an element to combine is called its valency. Combine in the sense, sometimes the elements want to complete their octet shell or outermost shell. To complete it, they will either lose their electron, they will combine it with somebody else, some other element, or some other atoms, or they will gain the electrons. So in that way, they become unstable. Okay. Next, what is the requirement for writing molecular formula for different compounds? Why do we write the molecular formula? The requirement for writing the molecular formula of compound are the symbols of the radicals along with their charges, that is valency. If any atom is gaining electron, we write it as in terms of negative charge, right? We write it in terms of negative charge. Suppose chlorine wants to give its electron. Of course, chlorine is in halogen. It will not give 7 electrons to somebody. Maybe we can take an example of lithium. Lithium atomic number is 3. So first shell is filled with 2 electrons. The outermost shell is only 1 electron. So it want to donate that electron. It cannot gain 7 electrons from some other element to combine. So it want to give the electron. So in this case, when it is giving the electron, that how much it is giving? 1 electron. So we will write it as 1 plus or minus. What it will be? What will be the charge? Is it positive or negative? When we give, we call it as positive charge. Okay, so when electrons are donated, we write it as a positive charge on top of the element, and when we are gaining, we write it as a negative charge. How are the molecular formula of compounds written? How they are written. The molecular formula of compounds are written indicating the number of atoms as subscript in the formula. You know that if we suppose chlorine is there, how do we write it? Chlorine. Suppose I'm just taking example of chlorine. Let's take another example. Chlorine wants one electron from somebody else because its outermost shell is 7 electron. So we need one electron. Okay, so what will be the charge, plus or minus? When it is gaining electron, we will write it as -1. When it is losing electron, for example, lithium atomic number is 3. So it is losing one electron, it is donating the electron, then we can write it as +1. So this is how the charges are written when they are gained or when they are losing the electrons. Okay. Now here, introduction. The transformation of, what is this chemical reaction? The transformation of chemical substance into another chemical substance is known as a chemical reaction. Something is changing into something else, right? That's a chemical reaction. Because of some reactions, it is changing. That's known as chemical reaction. That is, whenever a chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. Right, we say that some chemical reaction have taken place. Consider the following situation of daily life and think what happens. Okay, let's take some examples, few examples what is happening around us. Like milk is left at room temperature in summer day. What can happen? You can think of it. At room temperature, if you leave just milk like that, what will happen in summer day? In summer day, it might not be fresh after some time. The milk will not be same like that. Okay, you know what will happen with the milk if it, in summer days. If you don't boil it and just keep it like that at room temperature, it will not be safe. An iron nail or tawa is left exposed to humid atmosphere. Humid मतलब थोड़ा सा moisture रहता है वैसा temperature में अगर if you leave your nail like that or tawa, they are made up of iron. So if you leave it like that, what will happen? There will be little rust on it, right? Something will happen to the iron. It will not be the same. Food is cooked. When food is cooked, of course, it will become soft a bit, right? Food gets digested in our body. When it gets digested in our body, you know how it is going to change. If we are eating carrot and we are chewing it, so obviously there are some reactions taking place in our body, it will change. Some acids will be added in that. So many things are happening in our digestion, stomach. In the above situation, the nature and the identity of the initial substance, whatever the initial substance we use, it is getting changed. Now the question is how to know that a chemical reaction has taken place? How to know whether the chemical is added in that and the reactions have taken place? Where something, when you're using some substance at the earlier and it is changing to something else, of course there is something added in it, some reaction happened to that substance. That's why it is showing you some reaction. Okay, so let us see, let us learn more about this and try to understand. Here, here is a small table mentioned in your textbook that is identify physical and chemical change from the phenomena given in the following table. So we have to identify whether whatever the changes is happening, is it physical change or a chemical change. Okay, these are few examples. For example, in the modern periodic table, you know from Mendeleev periodic table to modern periodic table, what changes took place in the periodic table? We have made physical change in the table. There is no chemical change when we are changing it. Earlier, the Mendeleev periodic table, there were the tables were not arranged in the proper form. Okay, because there were more elements to be discovered yet. So there were few elements that time. 63 elements only were discovered that time. So he only placed those elements. And after that, the new inert gases were also discovered. So for that, he made another group known as zero group, and he placed them over there. Okay, but what about other elements when new discoveries, new discovered elements came? So he had not made some places over there. Only for three elements or few elements he made a places, and he predicted that these elements may come, and he named them different names. But later on we came to know the properties are matching, and in that one example is the gallium, right? So we have studied this in our previous chapter. So it's like a physical change is happening in periodic table. We are not doing any chemical change there. Just like the arrangement of the elements is different. Next example is cooking of food. Obviously, when you are cooking of food, you are adding something there. You are cooking it, so that it is a chemical change. Ripening of fruit. Ripening of fruit. Is it physical change or chemical change? You have to think. Is it physical change or chemical change? It is ripening. पक रहा है वो, fruit पक रहा है, कच्चे से पक रहा है. So what do you think? Ripening of fruit is physical change or chemical change? Okay, it is chemical change. Of course, there is a chemical change in the fruit, so it is going to give you chemical change. Milk turned into curd. What do you think? Milk is turning into curd. Obviously, here also it is chemical change. Evaporation of water. Water is getting evaporated. So it is in liquid state right now and it is getting evaporated. Evaporated in the sense it is becoming from liquid to gaseous state. So what do you think? What will be the answer here? It will be physical change. There is no chemical change. Water will remain the same water only. H2O molecule will remain as a H2O molecule only. Only thing is changing from liquid state to gaseous state. Digestion of food in the stomach, it is again chemical change. Of course, physical change we can see, but more or less you can see the more weightage is for chemical change. Okay, we are eating, I understand, we are eating the carrot and we are making it small pieces. Yeah, but that's not a physical change exactly, because the carrot will remain as a carrot only in our stomach, but when it is going in our stomach, like it is going, some acids are going to add in it, some reactions is going to happen. So this is a chemical reaction. Size reduction of naphtha balls exposed to air. You know, naphthalene balls, if you keep it outside, you will see that it is exposed to air and it will move out. So size reduction of naphtha balls exposed to air will be chemical change. It is not a physical change, because it is becoming like a gaseous state and it will evaporate. It will not be there. It will disappear after some time. So you will see there is a chemical change. The size reduction. The size will reduce. Staining of Shabdi or Kadappa tile by lemon juice. I don't know whether you have seen in your kitchen, you must be having a Kadappa tile, right? A black tile which is used mostly in the kitchen. Okay. Nowadays, there are more of stylish tiles. They will keep that stylish tile on that Kadappa tile, but Kadappa tile is a very strongest tile which is black in color. If you put a lemon juice on that Kadappa tile, you will see there is some reaction on that tile. It will थोड़ा दाग दिखेगा इस टाइल के अंदर. अगर आप देखोगे टाइल के ऊपर अगर आप लेमन जूस डालोगे तो दाग दिखेगा. The stain will remain there. It will not move. So that's why we have to be very careful on the tile when we are using lemon juice or some acidic juice. Lemon is juice is a some kind of acidic only. Okay. So here also what is happening? There is chemical change. Breaking of glass object on falling from a height. Obviously, it will be glass only when it is falling on the ground. Correct. So what do you think the answer will be? It's not a chemical change. It is. Do you think it is a chemical change when breaking of glass object on falling from a height? It is not chemical change. It is physical change. Okay. Fine. Size of reduction. I think size of reduction. So obviously we are talking here about size also. So it is physical change. It is not a chemical change. Okay, just chemical change तो होगा नहीं उसके अंदर because it is changing from solid, not solid. Yeah, it's from solid to the gaseous. Solid to the gaseous. Liquid state में तो होता नहीं है naphthalene because it is in solid state. So it will disappear after some time. Okay, so we can say that the size is disappearing. Naphthalene ball, it is going in terms of in gaseous state. So we can say it is a physical change. Okay, I left this question for you to think. Of course, if it is a live class, you would have told me, ma'am, it is a physical change. Okay. Now, let us see this next slide. Here there are some experiments we have to carry out, and usually these things are done in the laboratory in front of students to see the reaction, what reactions are happening, what changes are happening when you are doing the reactions. Okay, when you are doing this experiment. These are small activities which you will be doing. But we don't have a laboratory here, but we can still discuss about the observation, what is going to happen. Take a spoonful, the first activity is take a spoonful of limestone powder in an evaporating dish, heat it strongly on a high blue flame. So we are going to make a setup like this, tripod we will keep, and we will keep a dish here and we will put a limestone powder in it and we will give heat to it in a on a high blue flame. So it is a blue flame. We are heating it. So what is going to happen with that limestone water? Let us discuss about that. Okay, so when limestone is heated strongly, the calcium carbonate it contains absorbs heat and decomposes to form calcium oxide. Okay, so here I am going to write that reaction here, the first activity. When limestone is heated strongly, the calcium carbonate calcium carbonate, let us write the formula also. Molecular formula CaCO3. This is the molecular formula of calcium carbonate. It contains, means whatever the calcium carbonate it contains, absorbs heat. When you are heating it, obviously it will absorbs heat and decomposes. It is going to decompose and decomposes to form calcium oxide. So let us write the molecular formula of calcium oxide, that is CaO. There is another name for calcium oxide, that is quicklime. We also call it as quicklime. Okay, we also call it as quicklime. Quicklime is a key ingredient in making of cement. Making of cement. Quicklime. It's a key ingredient. Key ingredient means what? It's a important ingredient. When you are preparing, when you are cooking, there will be some important ingredient which you will be adding in the food, right? So like that, quicklime is a key ingredient in making of cement. And to make certain types of plaster also. And to make certain types of plaster. Plaster तो पता होगा आपको. Okay, so let us write a chemical reaction here. Calcium carbonate, that is calcium carbonate, is heated. So I will write here it's heated. It is going to decompose and it will give calcium oxide. When it is going to give you calcium oxide, it is also going to release carbon dioxide gas. This is what is happening when this reaction takes place. Okay, so this type of reaction we call it as decomposition reaction. Okay, now in our further lecture, we will try to understand what is the meaning of decomposition reaction. There are some types of reactions which we will be learning later on. Okay, right now, just try to understand that CaCO3, it is going to decompose and it will form a calcium oxide, and also it is going to release carbon dioxide gas with that. Okay, because it is giving heat, it is burning, it is heating, so some other reaction also can take place. ऐसा नहीं कि डायरेक्टली CaO बन गया, यहाँ पे CaO है, यहाँ पे CaCO3 है, तो बाकी का जो भी है वो भी तो होना है ना, कुछ तो बनेगा उसका. So the other things, other molecules are there, it is going to release it in the form of carbon dioxide. Okay, so there is a table also here that we have to write what is happening here. Now we don't have laboratory, so we cannot say what is happening, but we can still discuss. What color change can happen when this reaction is taking place? Okay, there is no color change. It will remain the same color. Whatever color it had earlier, white color, it will remain the same. There is no color change. Gas is released. Just now we said there is carbon dioxide gas is released in the reaction. Temperature change if present. There is nothing there. Nature of change, chemical or physical, it is chemical change. It's always. Okay. Let's talk about our next activity. Next activity is we have to add zinc dust into copper sulfate solution. So we have to take a copper sulfate solution and we have to add a zinc dust in it and see what reaction is going to take place. Okay, so here also again we have to do experiment and find out what is going to happen. But for now we will just try to write the reaction and see what is going to happen. Okay, this is the activity 2. In activity 2, the zinc dust, it is a dust. The zinc dust is added in copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate, okay, it's a solution. I will tell you later on how to write the chemical reactions properly, but right now we are just trying to understand the theory a little bit. Okay, so it is when you add this, what happens when zinc react to copper sulfate? This is copper sulfate, so let me write here copper sulfate. Okay, Zn is zinc. It is in the dust form, powder के form में है, and copper sulfate is a solution. It's an aqueous solution. When zinc is added to copper sulfate solution, due to more reactivity of zinc is more reactive. Copper is replaced by the zinc and forms zinc sulfate. एक चार्ट है एलिमेंट्स का कि कौन किससे ज्यादा रिएक्टिव है, दैट आई विल टेल यू लेटर. और जब जो ज्यादा रिएक्टिव होता है वो रिप्लेस करता है, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जिंक ज्यादा रिएक्टिव है, जिंक इज मोर रिएक्टिव, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज गोइंग टू रिप्लेस the copper is replaced by the zinc, so zinc will replace the copper place. zinc यहाँ copper की जगह पे आएगा और ये कॉपर यहाँ से हट जाएगा. ओके, इस टाइप के रिएक्शंस को हम क्या बोलते हैं, दैट आई विल डिस्कस लेटर. राइट नाउ मैं इतना कहना चाहूंगी कि वहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ पे मतलब जो भी हमने एलिमेंट्स अब तक डिस्कवर किए हैं उसके अंदर कुछ एलिमेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो मोर रिएक्टिव है और लेस रिएक्टिव है. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इन दिस टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन, जो ज्यादा रिएक्टिव होता है, द एलिमेंट विच इज मोर रिएक्टिव, दैट इज गोइंग टू रिप्लेस the other element. So here zinc is more reactive, that is why zinc is going to replace the copper. It is going to come in place of copper. And how this reaction will be, the product, the zinc will come here and SO4. So यहाँ पे copper निकल गया, copper हट गया और यहाँ पे zinc आ गया, because zinc is more reactive than copper. It is going to give you zinc sulfate solution. And copper क्या हो जाएगा, separate हो जाएगा. It will give you separate product as a copper. This is the reaction it is going to give you. During this process, the color of the solution changes from blue to colorless. Okay. During the process, the color of the solution, मतलब कॉपर सल्फेट का जो सॉल्यूशन है ये जब ब्लू कलर होता है. ओके, सो द कलर ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन changes from blue to colorless. Okay, this is what it is going to happen. Now let's go to the table. If we see this table, let's see here. Of course, we just now said there is a change in the color, right? From blue solution to it became like a colorless solution. So color change, we have to write in this table blue to colorless. Then gas release, कुछ gas release हुआ यहाँ पे. Only copper यहाँ पे product एक separately निकला है. Gas release नहीं हुआ. Okay, so there is no gas release. Temperature change, कुछ temperature वगैरह change हुआ है यहाँ पे. Yes, increases temperature. जब ये reaction होता है तब यहाँ पे इस reaction में temperature increase होता है. Nature of change, obviously it is chemical change. Let's go to the next activity, that is add potassium chromate K2CrO4 solution to barium sulfate PaSO4 solution. ये दोनों पाउडर फॉर्म में भी मिलते हैं, बट इनका सॉल्यूशन बना के सॉल्यूशन ऐड किया है, डायरेक्ट पाउडर को ऐड नहीं किया. They have made the potassium chromate solution and they have taken another barium sulfate solution and they have added both the solutions, and we have to see what reaction is going to happen. So let us write the chemical reaction for that also. Activity 3. So here potassium chromate is added to barium sulfate. Potassium chromate, that is K2CrO4. This is potassium chromate is added. Okay, it is in the solution form, so I will write it as aqueous. Aqueous का मतलब है solution, liquid form. Aqueous plus barium sulfate solution, that is BaSO4 solution. This is also in aqueous. This is in white color. BaSO4 is in white color. Barium sulfate. Okay, so when you are adding these both the solutions together, we are not heating or anything, we are just adding them. So when you are adding this two solutions, you will see that this potassium is more reactive. Okay, I am not talking about reaction here, reactive element or all, but here you will see this is potassium chromate, this is barium sulfate. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, दोनों एक दूसरे का place change करेंगे, they will exchange their places. Potassium will go near to the sulfate and barium will come to chromate. So that is going to happen here. So what will happen? K2SO4. So K2 will come here and it will become potassium sulfate. Potassium sulfate. Okay, and then is going to give you another product, that is barium. तो यहाँ पे है तो ये यहाँ पे चला गया आगे, तो ये हो जाएगा barium chromate. Barium chromate, that is, yeah, we are not balancing any equation here, we are just trying to write the reaction. अभी हम balancing के बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे, जब मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगी balancing कैसे किया जाता है तब हम balancing करना शुरू करेंगे. We have not checked whether it is balanced or not, we are just writing the reaction, so let's not focus on that right now. So here the name for this is barium chromate. Okay, so when this reaction is going to happen, remember that this barium chromate is going to give you some color, okay, some kind of yellowish color. Okay, this reaction takes place by, I told you earlier also, there are different types of reactions, and this reaction is known as double displacement reaction. डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन का मतलब है ये जो पोटेशियम है इसने चेंज किया प्लेस और बेरियम सल्फेट के पास आ गया, और बेरियम ने चेंज किया और यहाँ पे पोटेशियम क्रोमेट की जगह पे आ गया। तो यहाँ पे इन दोनों ने क्या किया है, एक्सचेंज किया है, अपना प्लेस यहाँ पे एक्सचेंज किया है। सो व्हेन दिस थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग वी कॉल इट एज अ डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन। मान लो एक ही एलिमेंट दूसरी जगह पे रिप्लेस कर रहा है, जैसे जिंक इज रिप्लेसिंग कॉपर, एक ही एलिमेंट रिप्लेस कर रहा है, यहाँ पे एक ही एलिमेंट एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे जाके रिप्लेस हो रहा है, so then we call it as just displacement reaction. So yeah, it's very important, I'll mention it here. This is kind of good example here, displacement reaction. So अगर एक element replace हो रहा है then we call it as displacement reaction. When both the elements are exchanging their places we call it as double displacement reactions. Let's go to the table and see what is going to happen here. Color change. Just now I mentioned you that it is going to give some yellow color precipitation. Okay. Gas released. हमने देखा कि वहाँ पे कोई भी gas form नहीं हुआ था reaction में. What about the temperature? Increased temperature. जब दो reaction add होते हैं तो थोड़ा बहुत उनके temperature में increase होता है. And then it is obviously a chemical change, not physical change. Okay, so let's go to the next activity. Next activity is add sodium carbonate solution to the calcium carbonate solution. Sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3, is added to calcium chloride, that is CaCl2. Okay, so I will write the chemical reaction here itself. उसका यहीं पे लिख लेते हैं. There is no space here, so I will write here only. Activity 4. Okay, this one, this add sodium carbonate. So we have to add sodium carbonate to calcium chloride. So let us add, again these are aqueous solution. So Na2CO3, it is in the form of aqueous, is added to CaCl2. This is also in aqueous because it is a solution. What is going to happen here? Again, here it is going to happen a double displacement reaction. अभी मैंने बताया आपको डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन का मतलब है सोडियम और कैल्शियम दोनों अपनी जगह एक्सचेंज करेंगे. सो सोडियम विल गो टू द क्लोराइड, क्लोरीन यहाँ पे क्लोराइड की तरफ, और कैल्शियम जाएगा यहाँ पे कार्बोनेट की तरफ. सो इट विल गिव यू CaCO3 and which is in solid. Okay, it is going to give you a solid CaCO3 and is going to give you sodium chloride NaCl, which is in aqueous solution. This is going to happen. If you want to balance the reaction, then there will be number 2 here. Okay, क्योंकि यहाँ पे Na2 है तो सोडियम इस तरफ इस 2 ही होना चाहिए. We will discuss about this, how to balance the equation later on. Okay, so this is going to happen. Let us go to the table. Color change, it is going to become a white color. There is no gas released. Increases temperature and it is a chemical change. Okay, in this slide here, this is the example for that. Calcium carbonate will precipitate out of solution. So this is like a white precipitate. It will give the solution in the test tube. जब आप दो solution को add करते हो, white precipitate form होता है. Precipitate means what? It is insoluble in water. Okay. यहाँ पे मैंने एक लिंक यहाँ पे लिंक डाला है. इस लिंक में ये एक्सपेरिमेंट किया हुआ है. You can check this link. You can check this link in the YouTube and see how the precipitate form is. Precipitation is formed. You can see this experiment there. Okay, so you can just type this in the YouTube Okay, just use this link and you will see that experiment. And the last activity is take phthalic anhydride in evaporating dish. Evaporating dish मतलब ऐसे चाय की जो बशी होती है ना वैसे ओपन डिश होती है, जैसे बाउल जैसा नहीं, डिश की तरह. So you are going to put a phthalic anhydride in that dish. Just you are going to take it in the evaporating dish. ऐसा करने से क्या होगा? No color change, it will remain the same. The color will remain the same. There is no gas released after you put there. No temperature is changed, and it is a chemical reaction. कुछ changes होंगे उसके अंदर, but it is a chemical change, not physical change. Okay, so these are the 5 experiments we discussed, and go through these reactions. And tomorrow in our next class we will discuss how to write a chemical equation. तो वहाँ पे कुछ steps हैं chemical reaction जब हम chemical equation जब हम लिखते हैं, whenever we write chemical equation, there are some things we should keep in our mind by writing some symbols. जब हम कुछ heat करते हैं तो उसको हम कैसे लिखेंगे, एरो मार्क कैसे लिखते हैं, रिएक्टेंट्स होते हैं, प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं, उनको क्या कहते हैं. अगर मान लो उस रिएक्शन में हीट जनरेट हो रहा है, हीट निकल रहा है बाहर, तो उसको हम कैसे दिखाएंगे रिएक्शन में. So there are some certain symbols used in the chemical equation to say all these things, to see all these things. Okay, तो रिएक्शन देख के ही पता चलता है कि इस रिएक्शन में हीट जनरेट हुआ है, इसको हीट किया है, इसको गर्म किया है, इसको टेम्परेचर दिया है आउटसाइड, मतलब एक्सटर्नली इसको टेम्परेचर दिया है. एक्सटर्नली टेम्परेचर दिया है इसका मतलब क्या है, उसको हीट किया है बर्नर से. ओके, और उसके बाद when this reaction is happening, reaction जब प्रोडक्ट में फॉर्म होता है तो उसके बाद कुछ गैस रिलीज होता है या फिर लिक्विड फॉर्म में होता है, तो what do we write, what symbols do we write, all those things we are going to learn in our next class. Right now we discussed those 5 activities and different reactions, and we also completed the table. Okay, what changes are going to take place. So this is it, and we will continue with this in our next class. Okay, till then, bye everyone. See you.